Hello, and my name is Emily, and this is my channel Books for Life, and this is the start of a vlog. So my school is sending me to AP training, and if you don't know what that is, it's advanced placement training through College Board. So they want me to be able to teach AP language and composition next year to my 11th graders, and then they take the AP exam in May, and depending on their score, they can earn so many college credits. So this is like a pretty big honor to be asked to teach this. Like, you have to be of a certain caliber. So I was really truly honored and excited that my school offered this to me. So it's a couple hours away, the training. I'm actually headed to Connecticut. So I am about 35 minutes into my ride. I just stopped and got a coffee. So I figured I would vlog my experience this week. So I will be, as I said, in Connecticut. I am staying at Taft Educational Center, which is part of I think it's like a private college, and it looks gorgeous. So I'm really excited about that. And I figured that I would let you know what I'm currently reading. So as far as physical books, I'll talk more about that when I actually get to the educational center and I can show you. But right now I am currently listening to The Diviners by Libba Bray. I am about 3 hours into it, which is not that far when you consider this is an 18-hour long audiobook. So yeah, it's gonna take me a long time. But so far it's really good. I just got to a murder scene. I'm only I think it's 17% into it, so that's really not a spoiler. So I'm anxious to see what will happen and how all of these different stories will connect. And I think it's a 3-book series, I'm not sure. But this is my first time reading anything by Libba Bray, and so far I am really enjoying it. The audiobook is excellent. There are so many different characters, and the narrator is doing an excellent job keeping all those voices very distinct and clear, and so I'm really enjoying this audiobook experience. So I figured I would take you with me as I venture to Connecticut. So I hope you enjoy the ride. So it is 5:10 and I just got here. So far what I have seen is absolutely gorgeous. So I will take you with me as I go to the building in which I will be staying, so you can kind of see this campus. Yeah, I'm a little nervous because we're staying in dorms, so I'm a little nervous what that's going to be like, but hopefully it won't be too bad. So yeah, come check out the campus with me. So this is it. It's literally just a dorm. So here, I'll show you. So that's where you enter. That's a door to the other dorm. A bed. I mean, look at this campus though. I mean, it is gorgeous. It looks like a castle. Here's a nice big closet, and then a dresser. I mean, that's it. So that means we have to share the bathroom, the communal living area, and everything else. So that kind of sucks. Not gonna lie, I'm really not interested in sharing a bathroom with 50 other people. But hey, what can you do? Yay! So, all right, I'm gonna unpack a little bit, and then I have to go move my car pretty much all the way across campus. So I will show you some of the grounds on my way back, because it's gonna be a little bit of a hike. So I will check in a little bit. my dorm, and I figured I'd update you a little bit. So I've been at the Taft Center for a couple hours now, and we've had dinner, we've had a tour of the campus, we had like a brief little orientation, and we had like a social hour. So yeah, it's been nice. I've met a few great people so far, and I think it's going to be a good week. I figured I'd update you on my reading. Sorry the lighting is what it is, and I'm a hot mess because it's like really hot, but I'm gonna go hop in the shower in a few minutes. But I think I have like 11 hours left in the Diviners, and I'm really enjoying it. It's like, it has like a nice element of creepiness to it without being overly scary, because I can't handle scary, so I really like that. And the physical book that I'm going to read is Sky Without Stars. This is my second book for the Book Junkie Trials. I finished the Unhoneymooners the other day, and I've just been waiting to start this. So this one has like 579 pages. My goal is to read about 50 pages tonight before I go to bed. And then tomorrow morning, or at some point tomorrow, I will update you during the day to let you know what I thought of the first 50 pages, or maybe I'll even do it tonight before I go to sleep. But yeah, so that's where I am. I did find out that Taft is not a college like I thought it was. It's actually a high school. So yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, so I'm gonna go shower, I'm gonna go read a little bit, and then I'm gonna go to sleep because I have a really busy day tomorrow creating AP curriculum. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night. Good morning. So I ended up reading 17 pages last night, and that was it. But two things. One, I had no idea that this was a Les Mis retelling. I've only watched the movie, which I absolutely love, but I had no idea, this was a Les Mis. And second, look at these amazing maps. Look, there's not one, but two. How cool is that? And then they have like this really neat, like, you know, the black pages with like this design, and then this right here. I always like, I don't know, I enjoy when I see unexpected artwork in books. It makes me happy. So far it's good. Like nothing's really happened. We focused on the main character, well, one of the three. So this is going to switch perspectives throughout the story. There are three. So we focused first on the main female protagonist. I have no idea how to pronounce her name. Like Shatine? I don't know. And so far she has stolen something. So can't wait to see what happens there. But so far I'm definitely enjoying it. I wish I had read more last night, but they ended up sending us all of these documents, and I just spent a lot longer looking at the documents than I thought I would. So, oh well, I mean, I am here for AP training, not to read my book, so. But I'm going to head to breakfast and then go to my first morning session of class. So we'll see how today goes. I'm excited and nervous. Hello! So I just finished my first day. It was really good. My instructor is absolutely amazing. So like, I really appreciate that. I'm just on like information overload. Like we talked about so much stuff today. I just like have to process it. So I'm gonna go for a walk with someone that I've met here. Her and I, we're gonna like go walk to Main Street. We heard there's like some boutiques and things like that. So we're gonna go check things out. But yeah, a lot of information to process today. I'm a little tired. So, yay! Do you need to work out? Because this is all you need to do that if you do. Look at these. Oh my god. And I left 4 books back in the classroom. Okay, so My brain is mush. But that's okay because that means that I'm learning a lot. Hopefully I will retain all of this. So today we looked at two of the past exams and we broke down each question and figured out what skill set a student would have to go to that question with. So do they have to be able to understand function or rhetorical strategies or tone or syntax or whatever it is. We broke it down and then examined what skills were primarily used. We also did a ton of reading today, a lot of analyzing the reading that we did as students. So we analyzed it and then we would use the Tolman method and the rhetorical diagram and the modes of discourse and all of those pieces to figure out okay, what can we pull from this? One thing I realized, I really need to get my kids away from the 5-paragraph essay starting in 9th grade. But the hard part is they need the 5-paragraph essay for the state exam, but they don't need it for life. So that's the thing that kills me is yes, the 5-paragraph essay is fine for the exam, but people don't write that way in real life. You're not going to submit an article to a newspaper using the 5-paragraph essay format. That's not what you're going to do. So why are we teaching them that? So, a lot of good stuff today. That was my rant. Okay, Sky Without Stars. This is what I started reading the other day. I, last night, got to page 56. I can see why this book is a chunker. I'm 56 pages into it, and I've only met 2 of the main characters, and I just met the second one, page 35 or something. You finally meet the second one. So far, I'm enjoying this world. So I'm beginning to see how this connects to Les Mis. Although I did read a review the other night on Goodreads that said it doesn't really, but it kind of does. Last night I was thumbing through Goodreads to see what people thought of this. I'm curious if I should go on and read a more in-depth summary and analysis of Les Mis because I've only watched the movie version, so I might do that at some point. But yeah, so far I've been introduced to the first 2 main characters. I think the one is going to be a pretty dynamic character, Marcellus. So he is an officer, and because of his station, he's been given a lot of privileges, which is an interesting comparison to the other main character. I'm not sure how you say her name. It's Chatine. So Chatine. I don't know. But she is the street rat. She is the trickster. She is a con artist. Her parents are con artists, and so they're really working the system, whereas Marcellus has grown up this is the way it is. His father was a traitor, so he has to really watch himself because everyone is watching him. His grandfather works directly with the king. It's his general, his main officer in command. So yeah, so far 2 very different characters, but I think Marcellus is going to be a really dynamic character throughout this story, and I'm interested to see where his story goes. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying this so far. It's a little bit of a slower build, but I don't mind it. I'm not bored. So far so good. My goal is to get to part 2. So part 2 is on page 78. So I'm on page 56. That's totally doable. I'm going to the movies tonight, maybe, to see Aladdin, because we got free movie passes. Yeah, I'll check in later. Hello. So, okay. I'm walking I have an aunt that lives like 25 miles away. So I called her last night and I was like, hey, I'm really close to you. Can I come by and visit? And she told me yes. So I'm headed to my car because I'm going to go see her, and I figured I'd talk to you as I walk. So last night I got to page 77 in A Sky Without Stars, and I'm really enjoying it. Like, I'm enjoying it more and more. I had to look up a summary of Les Mis, and I think that's helped. Like, in Les Mis, you have that one guy who's like raised by his grandfather, and you can see that in the Marcellus character. And then you have the girl, her parents are the con artist, they own that inn, and the main girl, Shatine, I have no idea how you say her name. You can see that with her too. And she's actually one of two in the original story, which she's not in the movie. Curious to see like where this is gonna go. A lot hasn't happened. So we're still like building the story, which I think says a lot if we're like 75 pages into it. And we're still in like the exposition. I'm actually liking it though. I feel like I'm not bored while reading it. Last night when I sat down to read the 25 pages, I felt like it's going by quickly. I feel like some fantasy novels take forever to read. I don't think the story is like dragging. So I'm enjoying it. The Diviners. Now, I haven't listened to that much more, maybe like 20 minutes, because I haven't had really time to listen to it, but I am headed to my aunt's, and it says it's going to be like a 45-minute drive, so I will listen to it there and back. I'm loving that story though. Like, if you're into like historical fiction, fantasy, and like creepy murder mystery, this is a great book for you. It combines all of those, and like kudos to the narrator, because there are so many voices and she's doing an awesome job with all of them, and accents too. So yeah, and it has like a really good element of creepiness to it. Okay, I feel like my class, my professor for this class is absolutely amazing. I love him. I am inspired by him. He is so knowledgeable, but like not condescending in any way. 'Cause you know how some professors can be like, oh, I possess all the knowledge and I'm gifting you with my knowledge. He's not like that. He's wonderful. I'm really enjoying this class. I have reached a point though where I'm just so excited to get into actual content. Like, I want to begin planning and see like what happens and what I plan and how it goes, because like I just like, that's where I'm at. Like, I want to know what I'm going to do. So it's going really well. I'm gonna try to put you down and see like if I can talk and drive. I have to go pick up this woman. Her car broke down, so she had it sent to wear like these name badges everywhere we go. So I have to go pick her up and then drop her off to the car place, because her car just finished. So I'm really enjoying this class, but it is so much information. And he's like, what questions do you have? How can I help you? And I'm at the point where I really don't know what questions I have yet, because I haven't had time to begin like looking at the materials and figuring it out. I really need to sit down and figure out like, okay, this is going to work for this, and I need to teach like certain types of rhetoric. For example, like the Tolman like argument, I have to teach that. So I need to sit down and look at text and be like, okay, this would be a great text for the Tolman article, and to introduce just like claim, data, and warrant. Now this one would be a great text for X, Y, and Z plus this. Like, you know, I need that time to sit down and actually like process everything that we're learning, because we're learning so much. Like, I brought a notebook, and I kid you not, this has been 3 days, and I probably have like 20 to 25 pages just full of notes. already. So one thing that he had us go through was 2 sets of tests. He had us go through and outline every single question, like what skills the kids would have to answer that question properly. Like, do they need to understand function? Do they need to understand a rhetorical situation? Do they need to understand the modes of discourse? Like, do they need to understand Tolman? Like, what is it they need to come to the table with in order to ace that question? And I felt like that was a really helpful exercise as somebody who hasn't taught this course, to be able to be like, okay, I need to make sure that I'm focusing on blah, 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 blah. So it's going really well. I will check in a little bit. I'm just about to pick up my friend and bring her down. So I will check in with you later and let you know more. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm done. I am headed home. And I know I didn't check in yesterday because I suck. But, so, first off, it's really hot in this car. So I'm going to have to turn on the AC. So you might hear that. Because otherwise I'll just be like really gross. Like, look how red I'm already getting because it is so hot. So anyway, I'm done. I am leaving with 8, I think, new textbooks, which is pretty awesome. And a lot of them already have like sticky notes for like great text to use and things like that. I have 8 weeks of curriculum planned out, and not like you will do this minute and this minute, you'll spend 3 minutes on this, but it's like week 1, here are the goals, here are the materials you will be using, like the big picture day to day. Okay, on this day, you're going to introduce rhetorical situation, and then you're going to have them practice identifying it on this text, and then day 2, you're going to do this, and day 3, you're going to do this. So it's like day to day, brief outline, and then any major assessments. So, funny thing, my camera died because of the heat in my car. So, that's how hot it is. It's like 87 outside, something like that. So anyway, I am walking away feeling really good. I have, like I said, multiple weeks, like my first few months planned. And then obviously I'm going to have to make adjustments because I have never taught this, and I don't know what my kids are coming to me with, like what skills they already have, what they don't have, how I'm going to have to modify. So I'm definitely going to have to make obviously some changes. What else I've done? I've made some great friends. Like, I have a few people that I think I'm going to be really close with, and we're going to like stay in touch. So that's really cool. I'm pretty excited about that. So if any of you subscribed and are watching, I will miss you. I'm so happy that I got to meet you, and I think this was a really great week, and I'm so glad that we all met and that I was able to attend this conference with you guys. What else? Okay, so I have just under 9 hours left of the Diviners, which I am loving. So I'm going to be able to hammer out about 3 more hours worth of that in this car ride. So as soon as I get Dunkin', I'm gonna put my book on and then go from there, and I'm pretty excited. Today's Friday, July 12th. I would love to have this audiobook finished around Monday or so. I am still reading Sky Without Stars. I think I hit about 160 last night, maybe like 158, wherever the nearest like chapter ends, right there. Because I went on and I read a summary about Les Mis, I'm seeing a lot more connections than I would have if I had just used my knowledge of the movie. Not that my summary knowledge of the book is very much, but obviously it's a little bit more. So I'm really enjoying that. More than I anticipated. The only thing that gets me down is that I am going to have to wait for the next couple books to come out, so that sucks. But yeah, so I'm enjoying it. If you like Les Mis and you like sci-fi novels, then definitely check this out. I think you won't be disappointed. I mean, like I said, it is a slow build. So I'm at, like I said, 160 or so, and we have finally met all three of the main characters. I kind of know who is who in the Les Mis like world, and obviously I know that there are some discrepancies, but I have that like figured out. I'll check in later. Bye. Hello. So I am in my hometown. Well, I mean the town that I live in, not the town that I grew up in, but I am like 3 miles from home. I just stopped and got some gas, and so I figured I would just kind of like end this vlog. But first, I have a question for any of you watching this. If you have read Libba Bray before, and you've read like multiple series, are her other series as good as The Diviners? Like, I have the Great and Terrible Beauty series in my classroom library, but I have never read it. So I want to know, is that series as good as this one? Because I cannot get over how much I am enjoying this audiobook. I mean, it has everything. It has dynamic characters. It has an interesting plot. It has that like fantastical, magical element to it. It's historical fiction. And it's also mad creepy. So it's cool because it's just so flippin' good. So I want to know if her other series are as good as this one, because if they are, then man, I'm on board for it and I want to read it. So let me know in the comments below if you like her other series as much as you like this one, or if this one just really is the bee's knees and none of the other ones can compete. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back with more bookish videos soon. As always, keep reading.